Hello guys, this is Muhammad and I'm telling you how the graph of tangent and cotangent varies. If we really make the tangent graph, it will make an asymptote at some place. Let's assume the other asymptote come at this place. It will gonna move in that fashion, like a sliding slope. But if we make the cotangent graph, it's like opposite of that, almost like a 180 shift, because we know there is a 180 shift, almost pi degree. It's like opposite of that. So tangent and cotangent opposite in nature. Usually made a graph, tangent made a graph like that, rising upward, and in that fashion, from left it is down, from right it is up. But in cotangent graph, from the left side it is rising, it is declining from there to there, and then it go more down. In an up stage it is rising, after it is declining. Here it is declining, other stage it's inclining. So that's how tangent and cotangent graph varies. I'll give you an example of that. That is really easy. If we take y equal to tangent pi of x, the amplitude is 8, the first thing, in front of function, and we have to find the period. Period is, we know tan and cotangent have period of pi, so what we do, we divide the period, which is pi, divided by the b. Here in front of tan it is pi, so pi divided by pi is 1. Now we do the phase shift. We know there is no phase shift, there is no c in there involved, so phase shift is 0, and vertical shift after x, no vertical shift, 0. And now we know we have to find the count. So what we do, we divide the period by 4. So period here is 1 divided by 4, 1 4 count. And now we go to count by, now we go to the t table. We have to find it by making it manually, graph manually. X value, we started with the phase shift, and then we use the count, we add the count. 1 by 4, 0, 1 by 4, 2 by 4, 3 by 4, 4 by 4. Total there are 5 points after that, after phase shift. So we plug in the 0 in there, tan, it makes the whole equation 0. So tan of 0 is what? 0. 0 into 8, 0. We put 1 by 4 in x, so tan of pi by 4 is 1. 1 into 8, 8. We put tan of 1 by 2, which is tan pi by 2. We know it is, sine is what? Sine is 1, but the cosine is 0. It means the denominator is 0. Whenever the denominator is 0, it means it's undefined. We put the undefined value here, and we go further. We put 3 by 4 there. Tan of 3 pi by 4. We know it is just like the pi by 4, like that, but it is in second quadrant. It should be negative, so it should be negative 8 there. Now we have 4 by 4, which is 1. So tan of 1, or tan of pi here, tan of pi we know cos value would be negative 1, but the sine value is 0. So we put that value, 0 divided by anything is 0. And we find the 0 value here. Alright, and we go through the graph. We plot the point 0, 0, 1, 4, 2, 4, 3, 4, 4 by 4, and we put the respective value. At 0 we put 0, we put 1 by 4, we put 8. At 1 by 2 we put the y value of undefined, which is as a asymptote, and then negative 8, and then 0. Use the same value and repeat it for the second interval. here's the asymptote, and we see the same thing as I mentioned earlier. It should be down in the first on the left side, on the right it should be up, rising up. So we made the graph, it shows the same behavior. It means we made good points, our graph is correct. Now if we use a cotangent example, y equal to 2 cotangent x plus pi by 4 negative 1, we know the amplitude is 2, we know the period should be pi divided by b, which in front of x is 1, so pi will be the period. Because the phase shift is bx plus c, bx negative c, so it should be negative pi by 4 right there. Vertical shift plus c, it says negative 1. Negative 1 means down. Phase shift is negative, means it going to the right. If phase shift is positive, it means it goes to the left. But if the vertical shift is negative, it means it's moving down. But if the vertical shift is positive, it means it's going up. And we do the count value by dividing the period by a quarter by 4, so pi over 4. In making graphs, to make the t-table easy, what we do, we made the count value, phase shift value, and the c value have same denominator, pi by 4, negative pi by 4, pi by 4. So we can easily put them inside and find the respective values. Negative pi by 4, negative pi by 4 plus positive pi by 4, it should be 0. Cotangent of 0, what is that? Cotangent of 0. We know cos value is 1 at 0, but sine value is 0. So 1 over 0 should be undefined. At 0 is pi by 4, and if we put the cotangent of pi by 4, we know cotangent of pi by 4 is what? 1. 1 into 2, 2, 2 minus 1, 1. Just like that, we put pi by 4 there. Pi by 4 plus pi by 4 should be 2 pi by 4 is simplified to pi by 2. Cotangent of pi by 2, what is that? Cotangent of pi by 2 is when the sine value is 1 but the cos value is 0. So on the upside is 0, but on the downside it should be 1. So 0, total value 2 into 0, 0, negative 1. Negative 1 right there. We put pi by 2 plus pi by 4, or we can say 2 pi by 4 plus pi by 4 should be 3 pi by 4. We know cotangent of 3 pi by 4 is the same as pi by 4 but in negative. So instead of cotangent of pi by 4 positive, it should be negative. So negative 1 into 1 into 2, negative 2, negative 2, negative 1, negative 3 right there. And the last one should be undefined, because 3 pi by 4 plus pi by 4 is 4 pi by 4, and after it is almost pi because it cancel out. Cotangent of pi, it means cotangent of negative 1 over 0, so it undefined again because the denominator is 0. Here we go the graph, we put the x value negative pi by 4, respective value undefined, mean we put the asymptote 0, 1, pi by 4, respective y value is negative 1, pi by 2, negative 3, 3 pi by 4, it's undefined. We made it for 2 consecutive periods, and we see on the left side it is rising, it's up, on the right side it is down, left side up, right side down, just like I mentioned you earlier here. It means our graph we plot, or the values we made, is correct. So in general, the tangent graph on the left side is down, on the right side is up. On the left side of cotangent graph is opposite, it's up, and right side is down. Thanks for watching.